Hi, my name's Blair and I'm going to show you how to create custom members in Umbraco 8. The agenda for this video is we'll create a new member type in the back office. We'll then restrict access to content to that new member type. We'll create a register and login form so we can create a new member of that member type. We'll take a look at the code, how that's done. We'll then register an actual user as the new member type, and we'll log in and access the restricted content. And then for completeness, we'll log out and we'll view the registered user in the back office. To create a new member type, you access the back office settings section. There's a members type node, and you create a new member under there, a new member type under there. In this case, we've created one called EC member for e-commerce member. Each member type has a standard set of properties like an email address and a password. You can then add a group of properties that you want for your own users. In this case, we've created a special access group of properties, and we've created properties for PIN and first name and last name. Okay, once you've created your new member type, you then want to create some content and restrict access to that content. In this example, we've created a business account page, and we modify the public access details for that page, and we identify who can access that page. In this case, we identify that only members who are in the customers group can access that page, and if the visitor is not in that group, then we specify a login page where the member is able to log in and then come back and visit the page. So we've identified a login page named login here that will have both a register form and a login form to allow the visitor to access the business account. Okay, this is our register and login form combined both into a single form. You'll see in the register form that we have the standard Umbraco email address, password, confirm password member fields. We've enhanced this by adding our first name, last name and PIN properties with our register button. Once a user is registered, access via this form can be through the login form, where they just type their username, password and click login. You'll notice there's no remember me checkbox. Umbraco remembers you automatically until you log out. Okay, let's take an example of how an EC member would log into the site. Then let's take a look at the back office, how that member is set up and the content protected. And then finally we'll take a look at the code to see how it's all put together. So this is a sample version 8 site that I've got set up, and we can see that the login link will link to the business account page which we've protected in the back office. So at the moment nobody's logged in, so I click login, I'll be taken to my login page where we have a chance to register a user or log in. We've pre-created a member named A. So we'll log in using that, and we'll see that that we get access to our business account page, and all it does is list the name of the user ID and the PIN. We'll see that our login menu is changed to the user first name and gives you the options to log out or view this account. So as we see, if we go to the home page, we can come back to the menu and come back into our business account now that we're logged in. If we log out, we can't do that. If we try to go to the business account page, we'll see that we need to log in again. So once we're logged in, we then get access. So that's the way the website works. If we look in the back office, what we see under the settings section in the members type, you can create a new member, but what we've done is we've created this EC member which has got custom properties in the special access folder. So that's the first name, the last name and the PIN. There are other standard membership properties that get added by default. Once a member has been registered, they will then appear in the members section of the site. So the user that we've created in the EC member group, you'll see it's got the special access properties and the default properties, and you'll also notice that when this user is created, it's added to a member group customers, and we restrict content by member group. So each EC member is added to the member group customers, and we restrict content on in the front of the website by member group type. So if we take a look at our content now, we'll see that what we have is a business account page that we've restricted by requiring that the visitor is in the customers group, and if they try and access this page and they're not in that group, then they'll be redirected to a login page. So we have a look at that member page that we saw on the front end. Here's the code for all it does. It just lists out the first name, the last name and the PIN, and you'll see that when you access the current member, these custom properties are just picked up by accessing the value of the alias of the property name, and that's that. If we look at the login page, the way we've got it structured is I have a Razor template that pulls in two forms, a login form and a register form with a customer membership controller. So we'll now take a look at that. So we go to the back office, if we go to the code, we'll look at the login page, and we can see that we've got a couple of child actions that present two forms on the page, a login form and a register form, both part of the customer membership controller. And if we take a look at the customer membership controller, we'll see that the register form just returns a view that is the register form, the same with the login form. And we have a couple of methods on this controller that handle the post for registration and the post for login as well. We'll take a look at those in a minute. We'll just see this as a standard Surface controller, so we'll just run through top to bottom. So whenever a login request is made by clicking the login button, we check that the form is valid. If not, we'll return to the current page. We'll try and log the member in, and we'll do some validation checking. If we can't log the member in, then we'll return some error messages to the front form, present that to user. We actually use temp data rather than view data for returning the errors, because we're using two child action forms within the one page. Similar to register, we'll check if the form's valid. If not, then return to the current page. When we try and register, we create a registration model based on the member type alias that we create. In our case, EC member. If we look at the register form, we'll see that we set the member type to be an EC member. So when we register, we ask Umbraco for the model for that member type, so that we're able to add our custom properties for first name, last name and PIN. So we pull out those properties from the model, add them into the member, then we register the member, and if all goes well, then we'll assign that member to the customers group. Remember, the content is protected by member groups, in this case customers, so we make sure that the member is in the customers group, and thereby allowing it access to the content. And when our users registered, we automatically log them in and we redirect them to the page that they tried to access, in our case business account. And that is essentially that for registration from the controller end. Also, you'll notice when they log in, we add a new logout member, so we can simply log out by calling the logout method on members and redirect them to a suitable page, the home page, for instance. Much like a register form, there was a login form, so we present that to the user. And the register form, just a razor form. Remember, this is the login page, and we wanted to get back to the business account page, so we'll redirect them there if the registration was successful. This is just a standard MVC. If we try and register and there's a problem, for instance the email was taken or what have you, then we'll give some feedback to the user. If there's a whole range of error messages, we aggregate them and present them to the user. Other than that, we just have a standard Umbraco form for our membership controller and we post to register method, and we expect custom property, first name and last name. We'll do some validation for that. Standard Umbraco membership properties, email, password, confirm password, another custom property, PIN, and the member type we keep as a hidden form, and where we want to redirect to if the registration is successful. And then we have a form submit button to do the register. We have a similar form for logging in a member that's already registered. So again, temp data might have some error information if we failed to log in, and for the login we request an email address and a password, and we'll redirect to business account page if the login was successful. So let's try it out. So we'll log out, and again we'll try and access the business account page. Didn't work, so user to last name, and we'll go with So we'll register that user, and we'll see that the registration worked okay. So there's a PIN and the user to with the last name. We can log out with that, and then we can try and log back in. And there you go, we're back in. So we look on the back office. We could go to the member section and we can see a new user was created and added to the customers group. And that's membership done in Umbraco with custom member groups. Thanks for watching.